Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. Basically nothing dramatic happened. I was on holiday at like the end of July, start of August, and I don't know, I've just not been into YouTube, I've been like, yeah, I want to film, and I have filmed videos, I just haven't posted and edited them, basically. I've just been very busy, so I've, like, my life's just changed a little bit, but like in a very good way. Yes, some very good things have just been happening behind the scenes, and I've just been living my life, basically, and just been busy being happy. Yeah, I won't really get into any of it now, maybe at a later date. But yeah, that's where I've been. I've seen some comments of people being like, are you okay? Because I know last time I disappeared from YouTube, I opened up about struggling with mental health during that time period. But literally this time, complete opposite, like nothing bad at all. But I do really appreciate like people checking in on me. I think that's so sweet. So thank you if that was you. You know that was you, so thanks. But yeah, today we are bringing back the book related content, and we are doing a book haul. I sound really sick. Do I sound sick to you guys? I think I'm getting freshers flu. I'm not a fresher, I'm going into my third year. I'm turning 21 next month, like, but yeah. Also, can we just look how cute this is? This little Winnie the Pooh set. It's like fluffy, and it's like a tracksuit set. It's from Primark. Anyway. So we're doing a book haul. So I brought quite a, not like loads, but like I have brought a few books like over the past kind of like couple months. I've tried to be very good. I think I have been very good, actually, considering it's been like 2 months and I've only brought 7 books. That's really good. Like, good on me. And some of them I got like for a deal. Like one time I bought 3 books for £13 because like Tesco deals. Like, that's such a good deal. Okay, anyway, so let's just dive right in. So the first book we'll start with is The Spanish Love Deception by Eleanor Armas, I believe is how it is said. This keeps coming up on my Instagram. This, and she's just released a new one called The American Roommate Experiment. But yeah, I think. So I got this from Tesco's. It was part of like the 3 books that I got for £13. So I will read you the blurb if you're not familiar. So it says, a wedding in Spain, the most infuriating man. 3 days to convince your family you're actually in love. And look, love is spelled like all like cursive and cute. You can't see, but oh, my nose. Anyway. Catalina Martin desperately needs a date to her sister's wedding, especially when her little white lie about her American boyfriend has spiraled out of control. Now, everyone she knows, including her ex-boyfriend and his fiancé, will be there. Big yikes. She's only 4 weeks to find someone willing to cross the Atlantic for her and aid her in her deception. New York City to Spain is no short flight, and her family won't be easy to fool. But even then, when Aaron Blackford, the 6'4" blue-eyed pain in the arse, offers to step in, she's not tempted even for a second. Never has there been a more aggravating, blood-boiling, and insufferable man. I feel like I know this man. You know who you are. But Catalina is desperate, and as the wedding gets closer, the more desirable an option Aaron Blackford becomes. And then it says, a Spanish Love Deception is an enemies to lovers fake dating romance, perfect for those looking for a steamy slow burn with the promise of a sweet happy ever after. I love a bit of enemies to lovers. I love a bit of fake dating. I love a bit of like, oh, you're so annoying, I hate you. But like, you know, I love a bit of that. I love it. So yeah, I've not read any of these books apart from one. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I don't think this is more a summer book. I don't know when I'll read it, but yeah, exciting. So the next book that I also got from Tesco's is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Chloe Davis's father is a serial killer. He was convicted and jailed when she was 12, but the bodies of the girls were never found, seemingly lost in the surrounding Louisiana swamps. The case became notorious and Chloe's family was destroyed. His crimes stalk her like a shadow. Now Chloe has rebuilt her life. She's a respected psychologist in Baton Rouge and has a loving fiance, but she just can't shake a tick, tick, tick of paranoia that at any moment it might all come crashing down. As does something darker. It is the anniversary of her father's crimes, and Chloe is about to see her worst fears come true. A girl she knows goes missing. The nightmare has started again. And you know, like how sometimes mystery books have like a tagline or something on the front? So this one says, she thought the murders had stopped. She was wrong. Doesn't this cover look so creepy? Like, it's just the solitary figure in the woods creeps me out, man. I could never go to the woods because of crap like this. But yeah, this sounds very, very intriguing. I do love a bit of crime. I know I usually bang on about fantasy and like romance quite a bit, but I also love some thrillers. Like Steve Kavanaugh right here, my favourite author. He's like crime thriller. I have a Steve Kavanaugh book coming up in a little minute. Just wait. But yeah, this sounds very, very exciting. Also, if you're interested in any of these books, of course, the link's in the description. You know me, guys. Yeah, I got you. Don't even worry about it. So, next up is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. So, she wrote... Wait, oh, it's right here. That's handy. She wrote The Love Hypothesis. It's like a TikTok sensation. Really took off on book TikTok. So, I actually saw that in Waterstones and I'd heard about it and I was like, maybe I should check it out. And I read the blurb and didn't feel it. Opened the book, read the first sentence in Waterstones and I was like, oh yes, I love it. And I consumed that book in a day. So when I found out she was writing another one, and then I saw it in Tesco for like, it was on sale with like club card, I was like, yes. So I'll read you the blurb, but if you're like me, you might not be interested in the blurb, but when you like actually, like I did the same thing with this one and I read like the first like page or whatever and I was like, okay, yeah, it's good. So, it says, if NASA offered her the lead on a neuroengineering project, a little dream come true, Marie would accept without hesitation. Duh. But the mother of modern physics never had to co-lead with Levi Ward. Sure, Levi is attractive in a tall, dark and piercing eyes kind of way, but Levi made his feelings towards Bee very clear in grad school. Arch enemies work best employed in their own galaxies far, far away. But when her equipment starts to go missing and the staff ignore her, Bee can swear she sees Levi softening into an ally, back in her place, seconding her ideas, devouring her with those eyes. The possibilities have all her neurons firing, but when it comes time to actually make a move and put her heart on the line, there's only one question that matters. Will Bee... Someone tell me how to say this, please. What will do? So, yeah, I think she's like a physicist. I feel like such a uncultured swine for not knowing, but yeah, I'm excited about that one. If it's anything like the Love Hypothesis was quite wholesome until suddenly there was this like whole chapter of like literal like porn. And I was like, I did not expect this. Like, it just came out of nowhere, really. Like, and it was the kind of like the first like romance book that I've read. And I was like, are they all like this? Like, is it normal, like 90%, and then suddenly it turns like raunchy? Like, I thought it'd be like slightly raunchy throughout if it was gonna get that raunchy. Like, if you've read it, you know. You know. So, yeah. I'm low-key a bit sad because the Waterstones has an exclusive edition with blue sprayed edges, like, for this. And the Tesco's obviously had, like, just a standard version, so that's a little bit sad, but we move. Okay, so next is the American hardcover edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart. I got this from, oh, what's the name of the website? I don't remember the name of the website right now, but I'll look it up and I'll put it like here. So I you guys know I absolutely loved Once Upon a Broken Heart when I read it, and I've got like the English edition, and I talked about it in like books I read this month, like ages ago. Might be the first one I ever did, actually. But yeah, I absolutely love this book, and the American hardcover is so pretty, and the spine's so pretty, so I want to get the sequel American hardcover as well. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I guess I'll read you the blurb, even though if you've seen like this video then you already know. But anyway, so for as long as she can remember, Evangeline Fox has believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding, can you read, Caitlin? Desperate to stop the wedding and to heal her wounded heart, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic but wicked Prince of Hearts. In exchange for his help, he asks for 3 kisses to be given at the time and place of his choosing. But after Evangeline's first promised kiss, she learns that bargaining with an immortal is a dangerous game, that the Prince of Hearts wants far more from her than she'd pledged. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. So yeah, I've already read this. I loved it. I know how it ends. Before I read the sequel, I want to reread this, just so it's fresh in my brain. Next up is the sequel. So The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. I forgot to say by Stephanie Garber earlier. But yes, by Stephanie Garber. And the design I got on my hardcover is the skull, because I think there's like different hardcover like images. I think one's a snake, like things like that. So yeah, that's the one I got. I like that this one's pink because the other one's blue, so it's kind of like Jax and Evangeline, because Jax is like blue and then Evangeline's like pink. So I like that. I feel like the spines look very nice next to each other. That's nerdy of me, but yeah. So the blurb says, happy endings can be cool, but they are difficult to hold on to. After Jax the Prince of Hearts betrays her, Evangeline Fox swears she'll never trust him again. Now that she's discovered her own magic, Evangeline believes she can use it to restore the chance at a happily ever after that Jax stole away. But when a new terrifying curse is revealed, Evangeline finds herself entering into a tenuous partnership with the Prince of Hearts again. Oh, can't wait. Only this time the rules have changed. Jax isn't the only force Evangeline needs to be wary of. In fact, he might be the only one she can trust, despite her desire to despise him. Instead of a love spell wreaking havoc on Evangeline's life, a murderous spell has been cast. To break it, Evangeline and Jax will have to do battle with old friends, new foes, and magic that plays with heads and hearts. Evangeline has always trusted her heart, but this time she's not sure she can. So I don't know if this is going to be a trilogy like the Caraval books that she wrote prior to these books. So this either is the end or there's one more coming. I don't know. I don't want to know until I read it. But yeah, I'm so excited to read it. Like, it's so pretty. Like, I love it. I do prefer this cover to the British edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart. But they do kind of go together, but I prefer this. Anyway, that's random, but moving on. So now we have good old Stevie boy, Steve Kavanagh, The Accomplice. And this, I actually got this. I would normally wait for Steve Kavanagh books to come out in paperback, because as you can see, all my other ones are paperback. Because when I first started reading Steve Kavanagh, he wasn't releasing hardbacks. Fun fact. So I got 13 when it first came out, I got Twisted when it first came out, and I got 50/50 when it first came out, and they all were just like originally released in paperbacks. Actually, wait, 50/50 might have been a hardback, can't remember though. But yeah, so I would normally wait for the paperback, but for like a limited time in Waterstones they were selling The Accomplice for half price. So instead of paying $12.99, I paid like £6 for a hardback. Like, that's so good. So yeah, that's why I got it in a hardback. And then when the paperback comes out, I'll just get the paperback. So, the most hated woman in America. The Sandman killings have been solved. Daniel Miller murdered 14 people before he vanished. His wife, Carrie, now faces trial as his accomplice. The FBI, the district attorney, the media, and everyone in America believes she knew and helped cover up her husband's crimes. The lawyer, Eddie Flynn, my guy, won't take a case unless his client is innocent. Now he has to prove to a jury and the entire world that Carrie Miller was just another victim of the Sandman. She didn't know her husband's dark side and she had no part in the murders, but so far Eddie and his team are the only ones who believe her. The former FBI agent, Gabriel Lake, used to be a federal agent before someone tried to kill him. Now he's an investigator with a vendetta against the Sandman. He's the only one who can catch him because he believes that everything the FBI knows about the serial killers is wrong. The killer. With his wife on trial, the Sandman is forced to come out of hiding to save her from a life sentence. He will kill to protect her, and everyone involved in the case is a target, even Eddie Flynn. It sounds so cool, man. I love Steve Kavanaugh's writing. I love all the twists and turns. Like, the man's mind is bloody brilliant. Like, oh, please, if you have never read a Steve Kavanaugh book, go bloody pick one up. Like, seriously, like, go get one right now. He's phenomenal. Like, I literally don't have words to describe his writing. Like, he leaves me speechless. That's very hard to do. Like, I think, I don't know what book I'd recommend you start with. Like, obviously the first one is The Defense, but like, you don't necessarily have to read them in order. Like, the first one I read was 13, and do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. It just means that it does kind of reference what happened in the ones before it, but like, only slightly. So I don't know, maybe start with The Defense, and then if you like it, just keep going. But yeah, honestly, the way he writes, like, the twists and the turns and like the reveals and like the like, he's phenomenal. If Steve Cam never sees this, love you. You're great. Lol. Okay, so finally we have Girl Forgotten by Karen Slaughter. So Karen Slaughter wrote pieces of her. I think that's probably like maybe the most famous one of hers, and The Silent Wife as well. That's another one that I have. I think. Yeah, I've got pieces of her and I've got The Silent Wife. So, it says, A Girl with a Secret. Longbill Beach, 1982. Emily Vaughn gets ready for prom night, the highlight of any high school experience. But Emily has a secret, and by the end of the evening, she will be dead. A murder that remains a mystery. 40 years later, Emily's murder remains unsolved. Her friends closed ranks, her family retreated inwards, the community moved on. But all that's about to change. One final chance to uncover a killer. Oh, sorry. Andrea Oliver arrives in town with a simple assignment to protect a judge receiving death threats. Her assignment is a cover, because in reality, Andrea is here to find justice for Emily and to uncover the truth before the killer decides to silence her too. So yeah, that is very exciting. I've never read a Karen Slaughter book, even though I've got 2 of them. I've never consumed her work before, so I can't comment too much. But that sounds really intriguing, and obviously the ones I've bought before have obviously intrigued me, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. Duh. But yeah, I'm very excited about all of these books. I've just got too many books, guys. I've got too many books. But yeah. I hate living in a shared house when I'm filming YouTube videos. Because then I'm like, can people hear me? You know. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm back. Yeah. Teehee. Don't really know what to say next. Actually, yes I do. I am bringing back the vlog. So if you remember a couple months ago, I did a daily vlog for like 7 days on like my self-care week, like immediately after my breakup. And now I'm going back to uni, so I'm gonna vlog my first week back, and you can see we have breakdowns. Yeah, so enjoy that. That'll be coming out next week. But actually, as you're watching this, it's my first day back because this is going to come out on the 3rd, and that is October 3rd, and that is my first day back. So yeah, wish me luck. And yeah, so that vlog series are coming to you next week. Yeah, so yeah, outro stuff. Subscribe. Bye.